partially been. So, 10th grade, I tried private school. Coach.
I'd say two things, but number one, because this was one of our biggest pillars for gameplay this year, it's going to be defense. And I think that's going to be just perimeter defense, body ups on the floor, movement, and how the players feel just in on-ball defense.
It's never easy to win on the road in the NBA, and by the look in the eyes of the Orlando Magic players, they know they've got a job ahead of them. The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barrett. And DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Last season, early injuries held the Pelicans back. Coach Alvin Gentry said the leadership on this team.
There is a lot of character on that team. David, thank you. Now the starting group for Orlando. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Carter. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Jay. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Yeah, the awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
Pass to Ross. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Fultz kicks to Porter. Back to Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Hayes. Loads it up for Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
Passes it to Ross. Now Ennis. 8 points his last outing. Back to Ross. Latrey. Here's Carter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Ball, the pass to Che. He tries for 3. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. To the paint, here's Porter. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
The Magic trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fultz dishes to Ennis. Carter outside. Pass to Porter. Down low. Ennis kicks to Ross. Full is up. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battles.
And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. Trailing by 5. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle.
About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Magic trail by 10. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Shea is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans 5. Fultz kicks to Porter.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea, in the last game against the 76ers, played some superb basketball. He finished with 17 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. He was impressive in that one. He contributed in a variety of ways. Kevin, back to you.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Ball, the pass to Hayes. He kicks to Shea. Ingram outside. Back to Shea. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Magic trail by 10. Ennis with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. There's the pass to Porter. Back to Fultz. Pass to Ross from the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shea, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Here's Ennis, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Passes it to Shea. Here's Ball. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Ingram. Here's Hayes. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Hayes has got his first points in this one. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
1:22 left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Fultz. Ross on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Ross has got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Williamson kicks the ball. Pass to Che. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Carter.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Inside. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Che outside. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, once Zion gets that close and it's a position that he likes, that backboard's going to be shaking.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Magic. 8-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. 5 on the clock. Poked away. Got it off in time. No good on the shot. And so we conclude the first half. Pelicans lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You gotta like what Wendell Carter has done in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Carter out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Fultz the pass to Ross. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Terrence Ross, the wing from Washington, signed a 4-year deal with the Magic in 2019. The team loves what he brings as a 3-and-D type of player.
And Greg, with Ross, he's finally found his role. He's also a great finisher at the rim.
You know, he seemed lost early in his career with Toronto, but he has found a home with Orlando and is playing his best basketball, knows what's expected of him, and how he can help contribute to win. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Magic trail by 11. Carter up top. Got a piece of it. Here's Che. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Fultz. Porter trying to free himself up. Second chance shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big, Carter Jr.
1:12 left to play in the third. Now, here's Hampton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Bamba. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Pelicans leading by 3. A floater. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And to change for the Magic. Ennis is checked in. The Pelicans shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Hayes dishes to Che. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Cole Anthony. The Pelicans have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
2 shots.
Free throw, good. Che. And both free throws good for Che. Here's Anthony. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. The pass to Ross. From past the arc, Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Anthony left side. 1 second left, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. The third quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. You've got Williamson all out there with Che. Then there's Hayes, and it's Hart, and it's the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 7. And Che throws it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Fultz with the ball. He dishes it to Ross. Clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Fultz. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Ross. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Ross has got 4 this quarter.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
Ball, the pass to Che. Here's Williamson. The shot from the low post is good. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Porter kicks to Fultz. Pass to Ennis. Clock at 4. No good on that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Che. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Williamson against Porter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. New Orleans making a switch here. Adams checked in.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Here's Che. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Porter against Williamson. Williamson with the block.
Sometimes it's just as much fun watching Zion go up for a hard block as it is a hard dunk.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Porter looking it over. And yes, it's good. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
And Che throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And Porter, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the coaching staff has to appreciate the aggressiveness from Porter. He'll go up against anybody.
The first free throw is good. And Porter drops them both. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're up by 11. There's 1:26 left in the game. Now let's present our New Balance player of the game.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
You see right there, that is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
The Magic trail by 13. It's Porter outside. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for New Orleans.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Che.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brosdakis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steven Adams picks one up. And the first one at the line is good. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
A lot to work with this year.
What is Mike Wang most excited about with 2K22 gameplay?
Yeah, and that's, you know, I think just what I alluded to is just the game feels way more balanced, and it makes more sense just in terms of
the Mississippi River and the skyline of New Orleans. As beautiful as ever on this terrific night in the Big Easy. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Jay. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench, a few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of the season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
Harden the pass to KD. Harris trying to get free. No good from outside. And now the Pelicans on the break. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Irving looking for an opening. To the middle. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Back to Che. Passes the ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hayes the pass to Ingram. The shot's good.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
And here's Harden for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. To the inside. And Shea with the basket on the assist by Hayes.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Harden. Good D by Williamson.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Ingram wide open. That 3 off the mark.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
The first one falls. Some changes for New Orleans. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Hayes. And Hart subbed in for Lonzo Ball. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris. And both free throws good for Che. Nets trail by 8. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's KD. No good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
A nice shot by Che.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. It's a 10-point game. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Shea is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Hayes in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Magic was terrific. He scored 28 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. And it was important for them to break that losing streak. He was a big reason why they were able to do it. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, DA. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
5 to shoot. KD finds Griffin. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Jay throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. It's the Nets now. 3-point lead. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Ball. Cans it from downtown.
You simply must guard Joe Harris when he's beyond that three-point territory. He will knock down shots if you don't contest.
Shea way outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And good that time. Shea's got 13.
Boy, that's a beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Outside, KD. Off target with his 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing at all.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
And that too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Shot clock at 5. Durant just inside the line, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Williamson, the pass to...
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And I tell you what, Ball has some nifty dunks up his sleeve, effortlessly getting off the ground to bash that one in.
Here's Irving. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters, but that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played. And unfortunately, they took it out.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Hayes. Hernan Gomez comes in for Zion Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Ball. And the new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. The pass to Irving. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
New Orleans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Free throw no good for Che. Nets trail by 3. On the wing, Harden fires from deep, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Shea dishes to Bledsoe. The feed to Adams. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Brown. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. KD, moments of frustration for you early. What are you seeing out there?
Well, I missed a lot of shots. I'm just trying to be aggressive.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the point.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Shea outside. Basket counts.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Nets with the lead. Inside, Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Hayes with it. Griffin on him. Hayes, no good. Nets leading by 4. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. For Brooklyn, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
And Dinwiddie over to help. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hart.
Boy, that's just great passing out of the double team. They had him bottled up, but he manages to create an easy basket out of all that pressure. Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
From 13, here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
Pops it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Pelicans trail by 7. They've got Shea. Williamson out there with Hart. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Second free throw, no good. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Joe Harris is checked in for Brown. Dinwiddie outside. Shot from the wing. Misses off the left iron. Pelicans trail by 6. New Orleans moving the ball around. Hart, no good. Net shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Over Hart. Pelicans pull it in.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Brooklyn with the ball. Nets leading by 6. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. For 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. They push it up 4 on 3. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game. Shea with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And then for Brooklyn, KD's checked in for Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Ball. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
And the Nets miss again. The Pelicans trail. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's good from Ball.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Timeout called, the Nets. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Williamson, the pass to Che.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 5 assists in the game. Brooklyn trailing. Tipped away. And stolen by Che. And Che throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
KD finds Harden. Back to Durant. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Harris against Ingram. Hayes trying to break through. Good!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Adams checked in, and so making both free throws. That'll give them the lead here.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Ball dishes to Ingram. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Adams. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Che. Ball from long range. Off target from downtown. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Timeout called the Nets. So it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be, we've had it in the past with my team. And the goal that Eric Benish wanted this year was to really extend the seasons across the entire game. So I'll speak to gameplay because that's my area.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin. We have seen D'Angelo Russell's ice in my veins celebration after he makes big.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Che. And it's Hayes in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Edwards. He's out there with Russell, and it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Now, here's ball. Shea's shot is off. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards leading the charge. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. A wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Kept alive, Minnesota. Williamson with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Nobody is catching Ingram in the open floor. I mean, this guy is a speed merchant.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Russell kicks to Edwards. Outside, Towns. Pass to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Over Williamson. And that one goes long. And here's New Orleans now. To the paint. And Jay gets it to go on the assist from Williamson.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Russell against Ball. Over in the corner, Edwards. Now the pass to Vanderbilt. And he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And they'll keep possession. Back to Jay. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Ingram against Russell. Here's Hernan Gomez. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Right side, Towns. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is Russell. Last time, 45 points for him. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's Jay. His 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Adams, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Ball. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now, here is Russell. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Williamson dishes to Bledsoe. A shot off that time, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. 2 teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 6-point game. Passes it to Reed. Back to Russell. Over Bledsoe. Russell, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Noel passes to Edwards. Here's Russell with the three. It's hauled in by Adams. Shea left side.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And we'll be right back after this. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know, going into this.
Greg. Both teams making some changes here. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Edwards in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Nets was outstanding. He scored 28 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Here's Ingram following the 3 by Minnesota. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
So easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. I mean, his size, long arms, shooting, ball handling. The defense is in trouble when he's pick and rolling.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hernan Gomez down low. He's covered by Ingram. Williamson right side, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Vanderbilt, and so it's New Orleans going into the break with a 10-point lead. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Shea really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Shea is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Timberwolves trail by 12. Towns for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Towns has got 8 points.
What can you do when Towns is knocking these shots down? A big man with a dynamite killer jumper.
Williamson right side. Kicks it out to Che. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. 10 points for Che.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Towns. He's got 8. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 10.
We know he can score from outside too, but close to the hoop is where Towns makes his living.
Pass to Hayes. New Orleans moving the ball around. Williamson kicks to Che. Hayes dishes to Che.
Oh, great dunk. Goodness! That was special.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to...
From outside the arc, score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
Russell from long range. The shot comes out, and so it's New Orleans with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Russell. He's out there with Edwards, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Che outside. Pass to Adams. Now here's Hayes. And here's Che. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And he slams it one-handed.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Here's Che. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
There's Russell with a 3. It's good from long range.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Che passes to Adams. Back to Che. Out to the right wing. Here's Adams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. This one for 3. Kept alive.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at them.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Down low. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Russell with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Now here's Shea. Edwards defending. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Adams, he's checked in for New Orleans. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 9 points. Kicks to Edwards. Sweet little floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Beyond the arc, scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pelicans.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shea.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Shea. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And a deep 3 from Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Jangan lupa subscribe dan like dan lonceng di video ini ya teman-teman. Dadah.